Hello everybody, Black for Halo here, coming at you with another episode of the Night Sanctum. Hopefully my microphone is fixed this time, and we're doing a little bit of funness of every time, sometimes we'll change avatars. Just a little bit of fun here and there. Today's topic, we got something good in store for you, so I hope you enjoy. And welcome to the Night Sanctum with CJ and Jato. Say hi, boys.
Hello.
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 Come on, you.
Hello.
Your camera freaked out for a second.
Yeah, I know. I just had to be able to lean forward. Cool. Alright, so, for today's topic, hopefully I don't pick up too much bullshit on this mic, because this will be heavily annoying if it is. However, today's topic...
You all talking.
Yeah, but is it any poppy or anything?
No.
You are. Okay, so for today's topic, we are going to be talking about new games. And I believe first on the agenda, because it's been out recently, by the time this goes up, this might be its own thing. Elden Ring. Who here has checked out anything to do with that? I know me and CJ have.
Yeah, we played like a good 30 or so hours of Elden Ring. Like, even though I put in like over 40 hours or so in the Elden Ring, I'm pretty sure I'm not even halfway through what I could do.
I'm still such a noob whenever it comes to Elden Ring, dude. You have no idea. However, I've been having a really fun time with it.
I'm the type of kid that gets it, like, the first day I get it, I play it for a full 24 hours and get out of my system.
Same.
And then I'll play it normally, like everyone else.
That's also what kind of leads me to be all burned out for a little bit, of like, I don't want to touch it because I go overboard with it the first day. You know what I mean? That's why it's a thing of, if you catch me on the first day, if you catch me on the first day, I'm fun. Because that's whenever I'm trying out all the new shit and stuff. And it's always so fun. I will say, there's also some serious things going on with that game right now. Almost don't even want to bring them up, but they're too funny to deny, like the whole, what's it called, speedrunning sphere of that game. And how they're, like, getting all the glitches and exploits and stuff out. Yeah, but the fact that they're trying to fix all the glitches and exploits to speedrun and get better times.
Because half the glitches they're using to speedrun is actually game-breaking. Like,
you're right, but a lot of it's just in the game, like the horse jumping across to an area you're not supposed to be at yet. Like, that's just the thing.
But, like, to be fair, there are some things that were, like, that should stay in. Like, if you go back to way in the old of, like, N64, you got the Mario fucking stair long jump, which never got took out because they never...
Yeah, that got taken out in the new one. You should have seen how pissed people were with the new Nintendo games whenever Mario...
I remember that.
Going up the fucking stairs and everything. That was the worst situation.
Why is he speeding up? Let's fix that.
Yeah. You know what was even funnier? They took out "So long, Gay Bowser."
Did they?
They took that out. They 100% took that out of the actual fucking game.
Yep.
That angers me.
Yeah, but it was pretty funny. Anything that gets turned into a meme too much with kind of messed up connotations, they're like, okay, we gotta fix that because we're family friendly. We can't say "So long, Gay Bowser." Like, that's almost internet history at that point.
Yeah.
It's in history. You can't erase it after. It's what it's been.
On the topic
it's already there, leave it in, kind of deal.
Go on, Jada.
A lot of the show, like, a lot of these games or shows, like, all that, the history has some major stuff. Like, Nintendo, like you said, is trying to move the whole, all the memes whenever it becomes like that. I mean, you've seen Disney, what they did with their shows.
I mean, yeah.
And, any company, they will try to remove themselves from anything that can make them look
Negative,
not
yeah.
politically correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which I kind of find annoying just because it's so hard to find, like, good shows that are, like, not messed up like that. Good times, good times. On the topic of new
Speaking
games.
of Elden Ring,
Huh.
I'm tempted to do a playthrough on my channel about it because it seems like it would actually be really fun to do.
Oh god, you're thinking of restarting?
Not so much restarting, but more or less like going where I've, gone
Uh-huh.
kind of deal. Like, not of a complete restart, but more or less I'm here and we're going to go from here to there kind of ordeal because I don't feel like doing the whole reset right now of what I've done. Like,
Yeah,
what
you've
I've
done
been
way
through.
too much. Not to mention,
Yeah.
you've gotten some items since before they updated it to where you can't get those anymore from certain bosses. Like that hammer guy that they updated and then he lost his hammers. I'm like, really? I was like looking so forward to getting
yeah.
those hammers, at least one of them. But it happens like that. That's just how that is.
If I can find the hammers, I'll hand them off. I'm not a hammer person.
I mean, yeah. As long as you're not like this and gives Popo all those gigantic schmeckles of goddamn runes.
That's what I was saying.
He gave him so many runes, and
him?
Popo jumped so far ahead of me. I'm like, where's mine? Like, I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna be mad about somebody giving me a heads up because honestly, sometimes you need it to just get that one extra level because some of the stuff is bullshit of losing it.
My deal with it is that
He gave him so
I
much.
did my playthrough legitly. Why couldn't he? Kind of deal. Like, he's the one that was talking about doing everything legitly. So why is he the one that gets it?
And me, I was a thing of I was doing it legitly, but I don't mind a handout here and there. Like, Disappointment gave me the dual blood daggers thing that are
No, yeah,
usable.
I was fine with
And
that,
I was
but
like,
I'm
yes,
strictly
that's
a
sick.
legit person.
I understand.
The only reason I got the greatsword from Popo is because it's a trade. Trades are legit, so to
Yeah,
speak.
I would count
I mean.
trades as fine, yes.
So, like, me, like, going to the farm over in the
But then
that
the
one
whole
area
thing of
underground,
the whole thing of giving money to your friends. I don't see
Yeah,
that as
giving
that
money to your
big of a
friends just-
problem, but giving too much feels like a thing of you're taking away their chance to earn it.
if you give over 10 levels, you're unbalancing the game. Because at that point, they're too far ahead for the game to keep track or keep up with you, so to speak.
Yeah.
So everything's going to feel too easy to you. Which,
Honestly,
that's what happened to me. I
that
leveled up
doesn't
so much
happen
that
to me
half the
because
game
I'm
was
damn old
so
stupid.
Easy. And then I hit one boss that I didn't figure out how to dodge. Because I'm one of the people that brute forces everything.
Keep testing
Like,
until
I
you get it.
out-damage you.
Yeah.
They were like, I'll out-damage the boss and win that way, sort of thing.
Mm.
That's why I have the 2 great swords. I just fucking wail on you. Like, yeah, you hit me, but if I hit you for more, I win.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. That's how you play all your games, I think. I mean, usually, when we're playing like Yu-Gi-Oh, that's how you play with your decks.
We're not bringing up Yu-Gi-Oh
All
again in the second episode.
It depends on the deck.
I just know you. Usually with any games, like, especially like fighting games, your strategy most of the time is to literally
brute force.
ram on through.
Halo has seen that.
Just go
Halo has seen that.
I'm the
first
same
with
way.
Xenovers, 'cause I
You saw
fucking
that. You saw that
hate-
doing me with Godric.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The dragon arm just kept brute forcing it.
The funny thing is, ever since I beat Godric, I figured out how he moves.
I know.
So when I fought him with Popo, I completely Ultra Instinct that fight.
I know, Sam's.
Because I rolled through the axe, I jumped over the flame, and I was just brutally, like, fucking him up.
I really hope that the people cannot hear you guys repeated in my mic because it's overly sensitive. No, I think I'm good. No, like I keep seeing the red
Okay.
marker up here for. Sorry, keep. Okay, so there was something fucking around with my nose. It was awful. Anyways, whenever it comes to VR, okay, I guess I'll bring this up one thing for the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. When it comes to new games and new eras of system, how do y'all think VR is coming along with like the gaming sphere as it's starting to get more affordable? Hell, I have an Index right now that was only like $300, which
Lucky.
comparatively it's just like a console as long as you have a computer.
Honestly, I could go for Index hands because the hands I have now with a Rift is so garbage.
I can understand that. I'm personally using
For instance,
Vive hands, like the wands.
For instance, me and Halo tried out a game. Well, mostly me because I bought it, but we tried out this
Guitar Hero
VR game.
It was basically Guitar Hero VR, and it requires actual finger movement.
So I was like, and the fact that it said the actual finger movement, I was like, oh, cool. And then I got in the third song, and it was like, okay, do this.
It required him to actually like split his fingers and use them at different rates, which is only available for Index, which I have an Index. I probably could have played it. I'm not the rhythm guy though. But for him using his Oculus and stuff, he was able to get through like 2 songs completely fine. Like didn't even miss a beat because it like lined him up for like passing and stuff. But then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, you got to split your fingers and do all this stuff that you can't do with these types of controllers of, oh, fucking trigger is holding your fist, clicking this button is open your hands, and then you have a finger wheel for different gestures instead of it being a thing of, oh, I'm going to actually flip you off. Oh, I'm actually going to give you a thumbs up. Like, it's a reactionary thing. And I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Because I was sitting there, I was like 100%ing the songs too, which is whack.
It's kind of fucked off of me, but I'm a full believer of VR games should be compatible with most other ones. And by this, I mean, like, an Oculus player should be able to play some HTC Vive games, and HTC Vive players should be able to play a lot of other stuff. Excuse me. I understand that Index is going the extra mile for the fingers thing, but what I hate is that a lot of the Index games don't advertise, oh, you need the finger controllers, because I'm using Index and I wouldn't have been able to play because I prefer using my Vive controllers. So I wouldn't have been able to play the same as CJ unless I decided to plug in my my Index controllers and actually decided to try and get used to using my fingers again.
Now, when I get my first paycheck, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to pop it into the Index. I'm so like...
I would.
Because there's so much drift on these controllers. Like, if I open a menu, it'll go up.
Dude, you saw Lanix's hand start doing this without you, like, without him even doing anything.
Look, when I hold nothing on this controller, it goes straight to this.
I will say, I'm
holding something.
I will say, I finally stepped up, and I got, I swapped out my HTC Vive, which was gathering dust and damage at that point. I finally switched it out and got me an Index, and the Index came, it was the best choice I've ever made because I got to keep my HTC Vive, what are they called? Sensors?
Now, my question is,
sensors up top. And they work with the Index headset and controllers.
Does the Valve controllers work with like any other headset, or is it strictly Vive? Or not Vive, Valve?
Index only. Index controller fingers. Well, Index and HTC headsets can work interchangeably, but that's because of how Steam VR works. When it comes to Oculus, no. Oculus is its own thing, and they want to be their own company, so they want to kind of hoard everything to themselves with their Quest.
Yeah, but I can play it through Steam VR, so wouldn't that...
You're correct, and that might actually work. I just don't think the controllers for the Index work with Oculus stations, so to speak.
Yeah, the Oculus software.
I don't think
I'm saying if I use Steam VR.
like, do you have stations for your Oculus, or is it one of those ones where you're just in a room and it tracks?
So it's one of the things where it tracks through the lighting. So I'm hitting my bed, it tracks with the light.
So that
It has
might
nothing
be
set up.
that might actually be doable. The whole thing was whenever Oculus was doing the sensors for a bit there, it wouldn't have been doable. But I think with that type of headset, you might actually be doable. But you
Because
might
that
want to
has,
look.
like,
You might want to look that up
cameras on
before
the
you.
thing.
You might want to look that up before you try it because I don't want you spending like $200 for a fucking
I don't
controller.
need to spend anything because a month ago, my girlfriend bought a set of Index, and he bought an extra set by accident. So
Your girlfriend and he? I'm joking.
shut up.
I'm fucking with you.
But you know what I mean.
Yes, I understand. Really? Bought a second?
So
What the fuck? How do you
she
buy
bought
a
it
second?
by accident.
I
don't know,
can
don't
admit
ask me.
I did that with the sensors for my HTC. I got
So
3
she's
instead of
sending
2.
me the extra set.
That's not too bad.
So whenever that comes in, I could try it out.
Okay. I do like the idea of VR as a landscape. What I really want, and I hate that it's such a pain in the ass to actually try and do, the Yu-Gi-Oh! VR, or YGX VR.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! VR?
There is a Yu-Gi-Oh! VR, and it's dog shit. Trust me when I say
You have to
it's
pay
dog
for-
shit, because you have to pay for card packs in real life money, and it's I understand why it's like that, and the whole thing of like microtransactions and the fact that it isn't truly funded by Konami or anything means they could get their ass taken down. But the fact that they're trying to do it under a Commons license and stuff with slight advertisements for here and there of you have to pay for card packs to get this. Like, imagine if Dueling Nexus made you have to pay for card packs like Master Duel does. Or like if it's a gem system.
I mean, well, Master Duel has a gem system, so it's not entirely real money. You can easily get like packs for
But
free.
imagine if you could only get the gems through paying memberships for like a Kaiba set. I wouldn't touch it either. That's my whole thing. But I will say, I want to
play Master Duel or Dueling Nexus. Is the fact that each card is free.
There's
get it.
There's an ability of it being free. I can play for a long enough amount of time and get it for free.
Exactly.
I like any game that has a free-to-play thing like that, but because it's part of a Discord and it's VR and it's like this new fangled thing of, hey, come try us out. We're trying to bring you your childhood games, but we're not doing this for free. You gotta pay us to do it. I'm honestly wanting to.
I really want to come out in VR.
I'm wanting to see what it's like for whenever they activate it, of whether Konami or anybody does a cease and desist for that Yu-Gi-Oh game, and then they have to make it free. That is a day I'm kind of looking for, not to actually bring bad omens upon anybody. That's just personally what I'm waiting for, because I don't like their business model.
If we can get a VR Yu-Gi-Oh game where you can physically see the other person draw a fucking card and then put it down in the field in real time, I'd actually.
I mean,
I full on get it.
In here in VR chat, they actually did something like that, and it was actually kind of fun. Jado and me, or me and Lanik, would go into the other 2 rooms on the opposite sides of the arena, make our deck from a whole bunch of stuff, and then we'd come out, and then we'd actually have a deck of cards that we would draw out, and then they'd be in front of us on this little pedestal so the other person couldn't see. And then whenever we placed it down on this little menu, it would pop up on the big screen in the middle, and it was so fun. There was every once in a while, I think that world hasn't been updated in forever, because that was back when Trapchan and them were still working. But whenever that happened, sometimes me and Lanik would have problems. Like, for example, I would draw all the Exodia cards and put them out on the field. Lanik didn't want to touch me, so he just did a whole thing. from his point of view, a few of the cards weren't Exodia cards. There was like 2 of them were Exodia cards, and then one was like a Red Eyes, Blue Eyes, and then a Dark Magician out of nowhere. He's like, how the hell did you draw those? I'm like, because we were seeing different things, so we were just going off the trust system of what the card was. So we went with that whole thing. There's a few other stuff I kind of want to see more in VR. I want to see more God games, to be honest. Because imagine being
I want to see
like VR God and picking up stuff and throwing a person in.
I want to see more psychological horror.
I want to do that
I
too.
want to see a Silent Hill VR.
I want to do that too. I want to see that.
Imagine like replaying Silent Hill 1 or 2, and you pick up like a pipe, and you physically like in the Walking Dead game, you can physically like put a knife into someone's head.
Yeah.
How like in Silent Hill they could take that same stature and like physically like bash like a
skull. Yeah.
What is an enemy? Like what is an enemy? A like or like a raptor thing or like a marionette doll, and like actually see the cracks on the head. That would be dope. I'd actually like I'd full on shit myself if I saw Pyramid Head in VR. Like
I will say
not
I'm
in VR chat, but like as in like the actual like game.
I will say I'm kind of unsure at the moment because you saw what happened with the Resident Evil, the one before Dimitrescu. The whole Resident Evil thing of when they tried to ship it out in VR and stuff for the experience.
On the console.
Yeah, with the
Where it was
PlayStation
just
VR and
Disney,
stuff.
You couldn't do anything like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Never do that. That's disgusting. If you're gonna make a VR game, do it correctly. Have hand motion.
Please.
Physically be able to move. Because if I see you pull out a VR game and you have to have a controller in your hand to play it, that's not a VR game. You just have a fucking TV on your head. That's it.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. That's another thing. I will say there are a few other things whenever it comes to the fact of new games. A lot of new games we have in this day and age are honestly crap. And I hate to say it, and I know that sounds controversial, but honestly it's not. From what I've seen, a lot on the internet and stuff, a lot of that shit sounds controversial, but you're actually the majority. Because I'm sick and tired of games coming half-baked, being shipped out before they're ready. I understand people get I will admit I understand people get antsy and impatient. But don't let that falter on your work. A rushed game is forever bad. But a delayed game will be remembered as long as you fix your shit.
A delayed game can be redeemable. A rushed game cannot, kind of deal. Now, another topic about the VR stuff is that I will not label VR if it's only your head. I have to see hand motion. Otherwise, that's just TV. You're just sitting there watching TV. I need to see my hands moving like this. I need to see my hands like physically able to be moved, not sitting there on like one-dimensional screen, being able to just look around while like there's things like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? That's not VR.
I used to have a friend who played on PlayStation a lot, and he kept gawking to me about how the PS VR is so good and so like over its scale.
It's not. I'm
to me,
right there. It's garbage.
Trust me, I had an HTC Vive at the time, and he kept talking up to me like there was something going on. I was like, really?
Like, I'm not gonna like diss.
Like, I'm not
PS
even gonna
players,
diss. Like, I'm not even gonna diss people.
Every PS player can agree with me. PS VR compared to other stuff like normal VR is garbage. Not only do you need
like I will say, even
cameras?
Windows Mixed Reality or Kinect are better.
Even Kinect. That's a controversial one. The Windows one, yes.
The Windows Mixed Reality
Kinect can be a bit.
I will say the Windows Mixed Reality is the worst of VR headsets, but it's still better than the type of playstyle that comes with the PSVR and Kinect.
Most
PSVR and
console
Kinect
VRs are
and you remember the old PlayStation Eye with the Wiimote thing with the ball on it?
Yeah.
That's basically
That's how you do VR.
I would prefer the PlayStation remote for that, as well as the headset. That would be a good PSVR.
Let me tell you, the PlayStation thing with the ball on it. You need 2 of those for the VR. That's how that works.
It's like a Wii. It's like a Wii with the Wii and nunchuck.
It uses old stuff they've already made and then adding that into the VR instead of making VR exclusive like controllers like they could have done.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a missed opportunity.
Nonetheless, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's inventive, but it's a very missed opportunity.
I will say that's a missed opportunity because it seems like one section was working on this, one section was working on this, and nobody thought to put them together. Of working on the headset, working on the motion controllers from the old days, nobody thought, hey, let's put them together and we can be on par with HTC Vive and Oculus. PlayStation would probably be ahead of its game if the console to run the games like VRChat was on PlayStation, where we have hands, head.
There is a knockoff VRChat on PlayStation.
There
Xbox,
is. I understand.
Rec Room.
I have seen. Rec Room's on here as well.
It is hilarious. No, it's hilarious. It's very fun because it's like all the stuff I've been through in Rec Room is so just funny. But overall, Rec Room just feels like a what is it? You look more like a me in Rec Room.
You're like the loading avatar for VRChat. You're just a floating chest, hands, and head.
You have like a potato body, and then you have hands.
Yeah. I'm not gonna knock that. That's a fun hangout situation. You can have a few game modes and stuff.
It's a good VR game.
I will say another game
overall,
that's been out recently that I've been partaking of has been Neos VR, as well as what was that other one? It came out a little bit recently for the fact of it was basically VRChat but less strict. Like they allow more adult content on there, and they have more privating of rooms and stuff, and they allow people to be their users. You had to
pay for a membership.
That was on.
I think I know. What
that
you're
was for
about.
Patreon. That was the Patreon because they were in beta. Now it's fully out and it's free. However, if you want to get the adult content, like if you want to be able to be allowed in the back rooms, it's just $10. Which, honestly, to have the freedom to be whatever the fuck I want and not have to deal with squeakers, that's a simple price to pay.
Fine.
That's a simple price to pay.
Now imagine look at all the avatars people have
if
to
we
pay
were
for
in
$60.
VRChat, like if we were in VRChat and VRChat Plus made it so I wouldn't have to interact, like if there were sections only VR Plus users could interact with, and they had a fucking way of checking stuff to where it was like, okay, you are under this age, you're not allowed to go into these worlds. Stuff like that, especially because a lot of the Quest stuff goes through Facebook.
Yeah.
You would think they would have something like that. Like, I'm not saying I'm a fucking degenerate because I am, but that's beside the point. I'm just saying I want to have adult interactions with my friends of saying obscene stuff, laughing, having joy, and possibly messing around with people here and there because that's hilarious. But with VRChat, that is almost undoable in this day and age. Just by the sheer fact of, well, since the whole Quest thing, it's basically a thing of just don't go to Quest Worlds anymore because Quest Worlds have that thing of chances are it's going to be those kids that got the new Quest for Christmas. Exactly. And we saw gigantic spikes in player base over Christmas. We know that 90% of those were kids.
are kids.
And
like
I want
it's not the fact that
I don't
kids,
like. Here's the thing.
It's the fact that the thing I don't understand is that there are adult models that are Quest compatible, and that's what scares me the most.
That's because some adults. That's because adults get Quest. That is because adults also get Quest because it's affordable. It's a cheap headset, and it makes 30%. Sense. Yeah.
Overall, everyone has like Valve or HTC or Index.
Don't even get me started on.
With Quest.
Don't even get me started on VR chat's problem of underage kids doing stuff that are like, well, raunchy, obscene.
Yes. Let's not get on that topic.
Yeah, that's a bit too controversial considering we're on this platform. Don't want to get struck out, huh? But anyways. Anyways, that is a thing whenever it comes to the whole VR sphere. I do feel that there is a lot more to be improved, and we still have a long way to go. I am kind of looking forward...
Maybe I finally get VR.
That'd be fucking sick. I mean, you've been working nice.
What?
Jado might get VR.
I think it's awesome. Oh, yeah. No, but to put everyone's mind at ease, everyone that has been on the talk show is
of the age of 18.
Just because I know there's going to be people that ask,
there's going to be people.
Questions, I want those answered now.
Trust me. We're just immature. We're immature dumbasses trying to offer some funny background ambience.
Adults with the mind of children, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Like untamed children.
At least it's not the other way around.
I will say this about the VR stuff. And we kind of went on a rant about this for a minute. I think this will be my last point. I'm not specifically saying I want VR porn. That is not what I'm saying at all. Honestly, half the shit that I've checked out on Steam, dog shit. Absolutely awful. Fucking just slapped together with duct tape and pastry. Anyways, I don't want VR porn. Right. I do not want VR porn. But I kind of want an adult metaverse, so to speak, as in what a lot of us who have played VR chat, especially since the ages of 2017, during the Uganda Knuckles craze and stuff, and it was kind of just the Wild West, I want it to be similar to that where adults can just be adults. We don't have to worry about there being possible...
So basically, like real life.
Exactly.
Behind closed doors kind of deal.
Like there's a high chance I see a child, don't want to go near it. I see someone around my age. You know what? I might have some stuff I want to discuss with them, and I might click.
I might have a discussion.
And then what do you know? I have a new fucking best friend. Stuff like that.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because you're one of the newest one of those.
Yep.
But seriously, it's just a thing of I want the ability to hang out with people 18 and up and have it be specifically 18 and up without it being pornographic. Sure, there can be porn. There can be entire strip clubs, stuff like that, like shit on Second Life, for example.
Already are.
There already are in VR chat. I even know that. What I'm saying is I want that without the possibility of children. I have went to those
in my adult area.
I have went to those strip clubs in public worlds, and there's fucking children.
There are kids in the strip clubs, in the back rooms. I'm sitting there just like, I don't want to be here.
I'm literally just doing the fucking grabbing my fucking bridge of my nose, just.
Like it's not like it's not the kid's fault.
It is not the kid's fault because it's a moderation thing, but it's also the parents because this is an awful platform for them to allow their kids on.
Oh yes, but like the whole thing is, imagine like clicking with someone. You know, adultly, and then like outside the room, you can hear like a 5-year-old, and you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore, kind of deal. Like,
exactly, because you feel that need to. you feel the need to censor yourself because you don't want to sound bad for,
'cause there's
especially
kids
these young minds.
that are very impressionable.
The
You
worst
don't want to ruin them.
part: catfishing teenagers. It's fucking disgusting. Don't enjoy it. And that is the most controversial topic that'll probably appear on this show for a minute. These fucking teenage girls going on the VR chat and trying to hook up with older dudes. I've seen it happen to some of my homies,
If that's
and
the
it is
ordeal,
abysmal. The moment they find out
I
that
feel
they're
like-
of that age, stuff stops. Stuff instantly stops. But
Oh,
the fact they can
it's
fake their
gone.
age for so long.
so easily too.
I know! Like, nobody checks IDs on here. That's a...
Let me see
Like-
your ID.
Like, I'm not saying... I'm not saying I wouldn't be down to put my fucking ID out here other than the fact of possibly getting fucking identity theft. But that's...
Oh yeah, that. Like,
But I would love it to be a thing of you have to have some form of identification to access these
I
worlds.
want-
Like I would do the
I don't-
thing of
okay,
I
the
would
same
post
thing that he said.
I would
I
post
don't
my
want
driver's
VR
license.
Porn. My whole thing is that you would need an identification that you're 18
Like,
or older.
I
to go
would
into
put-
certain worlds.
Like
is
I
what
would
I'm
put
saying.
my adult ID or a driver's license or something of proof. Put it in a database
Identification to-
somewhere, and then, hey, would you look at that? I'm on the green lit list of I'm of 18.
on the
I can
green
come in
list,
this world.
Exactly.
If you don't
That
want to
is
go
what
through the
VR chat
but
needs.
also if you don't want to go through the authorization, you're fine. You know, like you can function. You don't have to go through the authorization to get your
You
age
don't
thing.
have to.
But there's certain areas that require age restriction, so they have that checked. I would be okay with that of a thing of everybody that wants to fuck around and have just go into open spaces and do whatever they want and have a chance of either or something bad happening. That's on them. But if I want the extra security of being able to be 18 plus amongst other 18 plus people and have it be verified checked with like date of birth stuff and not just date of birth of where you can put it in and fucking that's how I got into all my porn sites when I was younger. I'm talking about actual I'm talking about actual identification, driver's license, something like that. Just something to where
Birth
it
certificate. I don't know something.
something
No,
that
like,
can give a
imagine
thing. The biggest problem with that is
PayPal does it.
the biggest problem with that is authorization of hacking and stuff like that of possibly getting your identity stolen. That is my only caveat I can see with that, but you have no idea how badly I want that to be a thing. How about you, Jado? How do you feel
The
about
identity
this
theft or
whole
the
thing?
ID checking.
I've noticed you've been a bit quiet, just letting me and CJ ramble on. How do you feel about this, Jada? Jada, you're a bit quiet, bud.
I think he's out.
Oh, don't tell me he passed out during... Oh, yeah, it's... Well, would you look at the time, actually? He's actually asleep. He passes out when it gets too late. He's like a mogwai. No. Fucking... Well... We still have some time to ramble on about.
No, like he's fine.
He can nap. Sometimes it just happens. We film this really late, and he gets severe headaches whenever he is. He gets severe headaches when he stays up for too long, and he also has Easter Sunday tomorrow. Also, happy Easter, everyone!
Yeah.
This will
Yes,
probably
happy Easter.
be
It is
going up on Easter.
that
It's
time.
actually 12 right now.
It is.
Now y'all know when we fucking
Now
record
back-
these things. Anyways, please leave stuff in the description
Back
below
on
on how you feel
topic.
about VR. As well as, let's get back on topic of new games.
We would like your opinion, honestly. That would be
Anything, honestly.
make everything, like anything you want to put down in the comments, negative, positive, whatever you want to do.
Okay,
don't
so
mind.
I think we got the Elden Ring and the VR, like New Age VR rant out of the way. Do you have anything else in mind for new games? Because
New games.
And I mean new games. Okay, this is kind of fucked of me. I want to say anything within the past 5 years.
Oh, so let me try to think.
Also, sorry for anybody that hears that in my mic. This headset can get really itchy and uncomfortable. It's not necessarily bad, but it's just sitting here for a long time.
As of right now in my mind, but I do have a pitch because I'm starting to get back in the swing of YouTube and Twitch. I will be starting to do like kind of an what do I call it? What would I call it? If it's me, you, and maybe Popo, I'd call it like no, that's already taken. I'd call it the Three Idiots, but that's already taken by someone.
3 chats on the block.
Yeah, that might work.
Something.
But like me, Halo, and Popo are gonna start playing like random games. Like
kinda game grumping it. Inspired.
It, but in sort of form.
Like we don't want to steal
by old game.
We don't want to steal by any means. That's not at all what this is. But we wouldn't mind having inspired.
It's more or less a thing of trying to like being inspired by it. The way we're gonna not be sitting in the couch, but it's more or less we're gonna be talking while one of us is playing a game.
Imagine we had our avatars like VTubers in the corner, just all on the couch while we're playing.
Yeah,
that would be pretty fun, but that would be a pain in the ass to animate. But whenever it comes to stuff like that, this entire podcast was originally I got the idea for this as similar to
the couch. I have an idea with the couch thing that you said. We can take a picture with our like avatars.
Yeah.
And then for like every other thing we like say if it's me, you, and Popo, we take a picture with our 3 avatars on the couch. But say like someone else joins, then we take another picture with someone else, like maybe on the edge or on the thing, and then like we would like take different pictures of ourselves. Like maybe
that would be fun.
For me talking, I'd raise my hand or something, so you'd know I'm talking.
CJ, I will say, let's move on to this topic. We can talk about this behind the scenes because y'all might have just gotten some insight in what's going to be happening as well. As said before, CJ's channel and or Twitch will be down in the description. Sadly, I didn't get the chance. Actually, I did get the chance once I got to editing to put that in the description below. Thank you all the people that saw the first episode. We hope to increase this and make sure to show your friends. We're going to have a different topic almost each week.
Well, so new games. Let me see.
For right now, I think... Hell, let's talk about Monster Hunter. I know you played a little bit of Monster Hunter.
I played a little bit. I'm not a big like Monster Hunter person, but I've played a little bit to know like a...
How did you like Monster Hunter World?
I think I beat it. It's hard. It's very vague.
Did you get to the ice area?
The way it ended.
Or did you?
No, I don't have the DLC.
Okay, you do not have the DLC, so you beat the story for what you could. That's cool.
So I remember fighting Gigante.
Nergigante.
Was it Gigante?
Nergigante. Xeno'jiva.
It was the one with the. It was the horns. It was the guy
big
in the
ass horns
in the rock area.
The Wolverine.
And that was like the Wolverine kind of thing.
He regenerates constantly.
I was in some kind of like I was in knight armor because that was my whole shtick. Was whenever I started the game, I was like, I want knight armor because in most of my discords, I'm labeled as a knight lord, so I have to hold up my whole thing of being a knight. I had to wear. I mean, I'm not in a knight avatar right now, but you know what I mean.
I originally wore the Valhazak armor, the one that looks like the Death Lich with the skeleton skull and stuff.
Yeah.
That's one of my funnest ones, but my funnest one that I enjoy the most is the Brachydios armor, or Brachydios, or however y'all want to fucking sue me over the comments. Tigrex, either or. But I like the Brachydios armor because it looks like a green and black Gundam, and I love those colors.
Oh yeah,
because it has that big horn, looks all badass, has the slime.
There is a funny thing I want to talk about. There was a Rajang.
Yeah.
Rajang. I was fighting it, and it lightning struck me.
Ah, so you did play the DLC.
Full-on lightning
Or
struck
were
me.
you playing, what's it called? Were you playing the newest one, or were you... Like, what were you doing? Because the Rajang didn't appear until
I might have had the DLC.
I was going to say the Rajang didn't appear until the DLC.
I think Shark might have got me the DLC.
He might
I remember
have.
getting it myself. But me and Shark were going up against the Rajang, and what happened was I was getting pissed off because it kept running away after we hit it a few times, and then came back. Kind of ordeal, like it would run and then come back and run and come back.
CJ, wasn't I playing with y'all around that time? Whenever Shark was getting back into Monster Hunter, and when Shark was getting back into Monster Hunter, and he wanted you to help him catch up. I think I might have gifted it to you because I was like, "Cool, we'll have 3 players if I get you the DLC." Because remember, Shark can't buy games for us. Remember, Shark can't buy games for us because they cost less than his country. You can only gift games if it's in the...
Steam,
I think it was me that gave it to you, but yeah.
I'll be honest, if I can get... Because I was playing Monster Hunter World off of a friend's account with family share. I'd love to have it again because I never got to completely finish it.
Oh, dude, I feel
you. He changed his password and I never really got to do it. But like when I played of it, I remember playing... I think it was with... It was with 2 people, so it might have been you and Shark.
It was me, Shark, and Popo.
All I know is the Raging kept running away, coming back, and then one time it just straight up just fucking came back, grabbed someone, yeeted him, and then lightning struck me.
And then did that fucking... that big punch.
Yeah, it completely yeeted it, hit the ground, and I got hit with lightning, and I almost fucking died.
Those are my
armor at that time.
Those are my 2 favorite Monster Hunter monsters: the Brachydios, because of punching and slime explosions, and then Rajang for punching and Super Saiyan. Favorite, love him.
If I had to pick my favorite Monster Hunter creature, it would be that. It's like
Dodogaron?
No. It was a big dragon-like creature.
Fatalis? Xeno'jiiva?
It was like, I think it was Fatalis. It was black. It was completely like black. I think.
It was black. Was it sitting up on its hind legs? Had a big set of wings behind it. Had a big snake-like head.
Yeah.
That is Fatalis. You might have actually finished it, because Fatalis is an endgame monster.
And the thing I liked about him so much is the way he would attack. He wasn't so much of a runaway type.
You fight him in an arena.
He'd retaliate kind of deal.
You fight him in an arena, so it's a thing of there's nowhere to go. You're stuck in here with him, not him with you.
Yeah, but in the arena, like if monsters AI were programmed to run away, they'd like go off to the other edge of the thing and then come back, kind of deal.
He's always going towards you. He's super aggressive.
Oh yeah. That's why he's my favorite, because he retaliates so much. Because I had a slow weapon, I had the big like.
If you take your time, you're gonna get your ass beat. I had to beat him with dual blades my first time because I needed speed to get away from him.
He hit me, and Shark was like, "Use your grapple hook," and I was like, "Grapple? I don't think I even have that." I used it, got on his back, and I like did some cool move where I stabbed him in the
charge sword.
and cut.
You stab it in, twist it, and then slide down. It's so fucked.
Yeah. And it, like, I got, like, a horn off him. Or a scale or something.
Yeah.
And it was just so much fun fighting him because he's not, like, most of the other Monster Hunter World
Fatalis is the end boss for the sheer fact of he has one of the most intuitive fights.
He's not, like, because every
him and
monster I
Elytrion
fought in Monster Hunter World was so, like, easy because it had, like, 1 or 2 moves. And then it would, like, have a phase change where it would run away and you chase it.
Yeah.
Him, it's whatever gender it was at the time.
It was pissed and more pissed.
It's either angry or angrier. There's no fucking...
Once you see his scales on his chest turn red and you see his fucking horns start glowing, you know you're fucked because you hit the second stage.
Once he sees you, you're locked in. You can't. You're
Jado's kind of waking up.
You're either dying or winning.
Nope, you just talking to his sleep.
And the thing I find so fun. Oh, he's here.
Kinda.
Damn, yeah, I'm just being quiet because I really can't talk anything about VR because, I don't have one.
Well, you don't need to.
I
You
tried to
don't.
wake you up earlier. I don't know where you went.
Honestly, you don't need VR to have a stance on it because some people can't afford VR. That's a perfect scene to behold. I will say,
It's more of,
do you have any new games you've been playing, Jado? Anything new you've tested
I've
out?
been playing. I played some Hollow Knight. I've been trying to get
How is Hollow Knight? I know you and Star both played it.
It's good. It's
It is.
good.
I
It's
have
a
not
good game.
personally played it.
Though you will. Right now, I'm facing this one boss in it. Oh my lordy, the nightmare one. Yeah, now
I
see
know what
why
you're talking
his.
about.
I will say
Now
the
I
way
know
it
why
plays.
His name is Nightmare.
The way it plays reminds
It's
me
a
a lot.
Souls-like game.
The way it plays reminds me a lot of Dust and Elysian Tale. Once you get to the harder levels of once you go into the catacombs and shit, you start dying really easily unless you heavily
Yeah,
level.
The way the bosses are in Hollow Knight, they're very Souls-like.
That sounds about
Because
right.
they'll wake up and you'll have the whole health bar at the bottom of the screen. I think.
Mm.
I think they have the health bar.
So
But they have
2D.
the health bar, and then they
So
have like
2D Souls-like. That's so
2D
badass.
bug Souls-like. And there's a boss that I fought in Hollow Knight that is honestly really fun. And it was I think it was the final boss fight with the corrupted knight or something. Because you get him down to basically the corruption is a thing that they tried to seal in Hollow Knight. Spoilers, I should say. And
Spoiler
so
warning.
in Hollow Knight, they had this type of corruption like in Dark Souls where they had like the flame, except the opposite. They tried to hold it off.
Yeah.
So in Hollow Knight, they had this corruption type thing that they put all the corruption into one body that was strong enough to hold it.
Like
so
a vessel.
Think of Artorias from Dark Souls 1.
Like a vessel.
With the Abyss.
Yes.
And he was all chained up. And I don't know I forgot the story of Hollow Knight, but I know you unchain him and then fight him. And either one of two things could happen. You would kill him, and you would then become the vessel. Or you would kill him and dispel the corruption. Almost like nullifying it all together.
That sounds about right.
So what it is, the corruption is pretty much like a
it's a madness
sort of being. Yeah, and the thing is, we have to unchain him because he's leaking out.
He's leaking.
So they. Yes.
He's dripping. He's dripped.
Goku drip. How do I look, yellow man?
But yeah,
you
pretty
want to
much
finish
the
that sentence? Okay.
is releasing bits of the corruption out. I mean, literally, at its own point, the first part of the game that you face off in the game turns into a whole new type of map where the corruption has completely taken over it.
Here's a thing for new games.
And in the
How do y'all feel about Kingdom Hearts?
Which one?
Do you still not believe that trailer was real, CJ?
I don't believe that trailer is real.
You don't believe that it looks like full-on Final Fantasy Square Enix?
I do not. I've seen so many Kingdom Hearts fake trailers that
They
look
got
so good.
they got rid of the clown shoes, dog. They give him normal shoes.
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't believe it.
You and I in a new land.
I'm just saying though, it's kind of I didn't see one real Disney character in that whole entire.
He's supposed to be going to the real world as the whole shtick, which is so weird.
I think that's a
So he's in a coma.
idea.
He's in a coma the entire fucking time. I knew it.
All right. This one may bring back the whole thing of what we said at the start about how games are kind of half-baked on arrival, so to speak. Did anybody here ever, like, play or just check out the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach? If you look off to the very far left of the screen, you might see a little bit of Bonnie and you might see a little purple of Bonnie and his guitar. Y'all will see that in a much later video. But has anybody here actually played Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach? Honestly, I think it could have been a better game if they would have delayed it more. It's what I said at the thing. I don't think it's that bad.
It's hot garbage.
You're right. On arrival, it is.
I'm
And I hope that they fix up whatever they can.
Even with the updates,
I know.
with the updates they've already had, it's hot garbage. The ending has so many glitches. The secret ending has so many more glitches that are so weird.
Yeah.
The whole hiding factor would have been cool if it actually worked.
Yeah, tell me about it. Then there's the whole thing
The whole shit with the 3 different endings, I can find. That's cool. The 3 endings I can find cool. The fact that
it was so unfinished on release. Like, they didn't playtest any of it.
I opened the door and fell through the map kind of deal, and I was just like, yeah, that's how I thought it would go.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care how much time it takes to get it out. I think they should at least have 20 people play the game at different intervals and times. I don't care how good their hardware is either.
This is my opinion for video games.
Play it on its minimum specs and on its recommended specs, because I'm very sure Markiplier and them all had really good computers, and they still saw a whole bunch of glitches, which showed that they didn't play test it. I think they should have it play tested a couple times.
Making for me, I'll wait. I can definitely wait a few extra months if the game's gonna be good.
Even if it's just play testing it.
If you bring out it's like bringing out a half-baked pie. How the fuck is it gonna?
Sure, it might be gummy, and these eggs might give me salmonella, but it's good, right? No, it's fucking not.
It's like half cooking a steak. Raw.
And half cooking a steak is another thing. It's half cooking a hamburger, which we frown upon.
No, just go in the best way you can say it. It's like undercooking chicken.
You haven't seen me get pissed at people making steaks wrong before then.
Hey, fuck you. You and me fucking bitched out Hyper because he fucking made a bad steak. No,
He did.
No,
he made a bad steak.
He chars his steaks. But he tire rubbers his steaks, but he eats his hamburgers pink. You're not supposed to eat the burgers pink.
You have everything backwards.
No. Ew.
A rubber burger I can deal with.
Alright, this might be controversial. We went to food suddenly, but this might be controversial to the food people because I know there's different ways of eating stuff, and a little bit of raw meat isn't gonna kill you. But
medium well.
There's a difference.
Rare.
Like there's a difference between knowing how to do stuff and just working with what you've had this entire time. But
I've learned how to cook steak and burgers. I'm genuinely decent at making it. Atlantic has asked me to make him a burger, and I couldn't because he lives 3 states over. But I'll sit there and cook a steak. I'm the type of person that cuts a bit off the end, looks at it, tries it, and if it's not what I think it is, I'll put it back onto the thing.
Okay, now
I taste before I complete my food.
I will say other new games. Has anybody played those new Star Wars games lately? Like Fallen Order in them.
No, I haven't.
Either the Lego, Fallen Order, anything like that.
Looks fun.
They do look fun.
They look good.
Do y'all have any other trailers?
That one online.
Any new trailers y'all seen? Anything that isn't even out yet that we can discuss? I will say,
I don't.
go and play Left 4 Dead 2. Don't buy Back 4 Blood.
Oh, okay. Wait. Before we get in on this, we have to talk about the cult classic that's coming out sometime this year, Dragon Ball: The Breakers.
Oh.
We have to talk about this. This is brand
Honestly,
new. It's not
yeah,
out
that
yet.
is brand new. That's going to be fun. I can see that being a lot of fun, especially since
I
it
can
uses a
see it
similar
being
engine to
really
Xenoverse.
fun. If it's not built like Xenoverse and it's half-baked. Anyway,
Don't worry,
I
when
can
it
see
comes to
DLC
companies
with it
like that,
so easily.
when it comes to companies like that, specifically Bandai, Konami, a few of these more Japanese companies, a lot of them take their time. I won't say all of them, because a lot of them do fucking shove out half-baked bullshit. But a lot of them do like to take their time, and you'll get it when you get it. And if there needs to
This
be
is why I
updates,
can
they'll
wait for
update it
Breakers.
after. They'll update it a little
Breakers
after
had
if
a
there's
beta
broken.
That was really well made.
Yeah.
For Breakers having a beta that was really well touched, I could see like improvement so easily.
Oh,
And
dude.
the whole fact of it started with Cell was such a great touch.
Started with Cell in his
Because Cell was
cicada
the main
form, then
because he was
imperfect,
he was the evolving
semi-perfect.
villain. He was the first.
Yes.
He was the first like semi-evolving, like besides Frieza. Frieza was really evolving
Up,
as more
boys.
transforming.
Looks
just in
like we're
general.
gonna have a guest.
We are.
Feel free to welcome
Why do you say it
him
like that? You're
whenever he
scaring me.
makes it back in.
Who?
Be ready to wave at him, boys. He's gonna appear any second now. I hope he doesn't say anything obscene or stupid. Imagine he just ruined our entire recording. Nah.
I would.
And I'm going to bed. If that
First
was
letter.
the thing.
Hello, Lanik. We are currently in the middle of recording. We are currently on the
Jesus.
topic of new video games. We were talking about Dragon Ball: The
Okay.
Breakers.
Okay.
We also
We're
recently
quick
just
jump
talked.
on this
We
couch, that's
also
all I'm gonna
recently
say.
we also recently just talked
I
about
know.
VR and Elden Ring.
All right.
We're halfway through
So
our.
what was
I know
Breakers? Ah!
when it's up.
Considering where we are, we're halfway through our scheduled programming. Do you have any thoughts on since you played Xenoverse and kicked my ass a lot? What are your thoughts on Dragon Ball?
I've been a two. I've been a two.
Fuck you both. I would like to see. I still want to see y'all fight. I still want to see both you motherfuckers fight. But how do y'all feel about Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball: The Breakers. I feel like I'm. Can anybody do that replication thing, or is that just oolong?
Anyone.
Anybody
anyone
can do
in
the
game
mimic
can
thing.
do the replication
Oh my
thing.
god, it's Prop Hunt.
Anyone can mimic.
It's Prop Hunt mixed with Dead by Daylight.
Dead ass be Prop Hunt.
It's Prop
It's
Hunt
Dead
mixed
by
with Dead by
Daylight.
Daylight.
Prop Hunt with
And
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Sounds cool.
That
cool.
sounds
That's-
fun to
Now,
me.
Sounds really
the
cool,
thing,
actually.
the topic I really want to get into on Breakers, because I'm so passionate about DLC. They can easily pump out DLC
They
for
could-
villains.
Hey, what about that
and
thing
other
you and
stuff,
me discussed?
Because
They could easily pump
the
out
Goku
Frieza.
Black one, or
No, they could.
oh yeah, Frieza.
About you and me talking about they might or might not do it because he's a little fucking weird about it. But honestly, I would be
Goku
okay if they
Black is
pumped out
confirmed.
Frieza. If they
Goku
pump,
Black and Broly Z is
Oh
confirmed,
my God.
but Frieza
if they
is
pumped out,
also confirmed because he is one of the main states.
There we
if
go.
they pumped
Now,
out Frieza
the fact
with his
that-
small form, big form, xenomorph form, and his fucking his normal fucking
form?
final form, and then possibly gold,
Yeah.
depending. That sounds like a really
I mean,
fun
they
situation.
They might not do gold. They might do just buff.
They
like, full
might
power
just
Frieza.
stop it at full power, yeah. But either way, I'm honestly
Either
down.
way, it still works completely well because he has the right amount of transformations.
Exactly.
Now, another character that's going to be a little weird is we're going to be seeing Dragon Ball Z Broly. I think is confirmed, and he is going to be weird because he
Imagine
doesn't really
he's-
have that many.
Imagine he
transformations.
starts off at his black-haired normal form, then you see him with the
He
blue
does.
hair,
That's how he's gonna
and then
start.
you see his fucking armor shatter, become Super Saiyan normal, and then Super Saiyan
That's
2,
super, that's
and
super.
then
I'm talking
Legendary
about
Super
Z,
Saiyan.
Z.
No, I'm not
Z.
talking. No, I'm
Z,
not
not
talking about
Super.
I'm not talking about Super. I'm talking about Z, where
He said
he
his
has.
armor broke.
Yeah, his armor, his headpiece, and
He
his
doesn't
fucking
really wear armor.
his head armor.
Oh.
Yeah, the
he's
mind control device.
The medallion thing.
I could see him going into his starting off at his black hair form, running around, getting people, and then him turning into his blue haired form with his medallion and stuff. Then that shatters. He turns into a Super Saiyan, almost Super Saiyan 2 style, and then becoming his legendary Super Saiyan form.
Now, what?
You want to know what's gonna piss me off though?
Most...
I haven't heard voice clips yet, but I'm still gonna find it sad that I know it's not gonna be Vic Mignogna.
Yes.
Yeah.
One true Broly.
The one
DLC.
I'm still in a state of shock.
Fuck it, I'll
Now,
fucking
when it
find a
comes to that.
mod to have Vic.
The one DLC I really want to see in Breakers, because he is my favorite villain, controversial, is Goku Black. Goku Black can be done in a sort of choose your own route kind of way.
Maybe it depends on what you do throughout.
Goku Black.
Maybe it's what you do throughout the stuff, which gets you different forms. Like you could either go the fused Zamasu route or the just straight up to Super Saiyan Rose.
God route.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole thing I'm saying manga and anime is that in
They
the
have
manga
slightly
he
different.
went Super Saiyan, and then he went through the Super Saiyan and then went Rose. In anime, he went straight to Rose.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I want to see is that you can have a completely like manga Goku Black going through Super Saiyan 2, skipping 3 in the Goddard, just going straight to Rose after that to you know, fix up the forms. Or you could have Zamasu as a like secondary helper, spotting people, and then going up into Fuse Zamasu and then corrupted and everything kind of deal. Now, like that's the whole thing of like the routes is what I'm saying.
That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. What do you think, Lanik?
I don't know too much about this, to be honest.
I thought I've showed you the trailer where it's the cell running around the map and trying to absorb people.
No.
Really? I didn't show you.
No,
Fuck.
Look it up. You should look it up. It's great.
I'm also quite disappointed you didn't Halo.
Whenever it came out, I thought I sent it to like everybody involved, so I sent it to Dis, you, CJ.
I don't remember seeing it. But,
I suppose so.
From my own experience with one game called Xenoverse 2.
Oh yeah, Imperfect Cell might be coming to Xenoverse by the sheer fact of it's on the same engine, so they might import him.
It is confirmed. It is confirmed, actually. It's confirmed.
CJ, want to know what else is bullshit? If Imperfect Cell has
What?
any absorbing attacks, I'm gonna use them against you just like how I do with other Imperfect Cell.
You know what I find funny? You know what I find funny? Is I'm really disappointed you didn't take notice. As soon as I said that, I just stared right at Halo because he's my victim in Xenoverse 2.
Whatever you say, Strawberry.
He sure is, isn't he?
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, he's quite a punching bag.
Fuck you guys.
Gino gives you more of a challenge.
I'm supposed to be the older brother to your fucking characters.
I know.
Yeah, until we
and
kick
you're
your
the one that got
ass.
me killed, and then we got you to the ground, bitch.
Outside of
And I remember fighting Popo in Universe 2, and I'm sorry, but I messed around with him so easily. You all saw how I messed with him.
Yeah, when he was
Everyone
Mr.
saw
Popo.
The difference. Yeah, the difference between me actually trying and messing around, Halo can tell the difference. Because when I started trying, he was like, wait a fucking minute.
It was weird. Whenever I
I
started
gotta-
trying, you and me were on par. Whenever I was getting so fucking pissed, you and me were almost on par, but you still got me.
guys,
Yeah.
I gotta point this out. Halo,
Yo.
you said you're like the older brother, right?
Yes.
You do know this, right? With Dragon Ball, Goku Whoopneck actually defeated his older brother.
You're right.
Literally,
But their Frieza race. Then again, Frieza could probably kick the ass of Cooler.
Halo's
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm the
Oh, yeah, I
Cooler.
forgot I made a a freezer race.
I'm the cooler of the group.
Think about it. Halo has the long black hair like Raditz.
Not
he
anymore.
Lost all of his young.
Not anymore. He cut it.
He cut
I
it.
got that, but still.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. He had the
Then
long
again,
black
you
hair.
made a redheaded Saiyan, so I don't want to hear it.
And,
Not even a god.
I also made a redheaded Saiyan, but mine's actually cool.
I stayed true to the Saiyan nature of having straight black hair.
Black to brown.
The hair of my
I like the brown hair color, though I do have a black-haired Saiyan as well.
I'm fine with either brown or black, but I stick strictly to either black.
Though
or
whenever
very
I go
dark brown,
Majin,
just
I
for
don't
the-
straight. Whenever I go Majin, I don't stay pink. I go wacky colors. You
I'm
saw blueberry.
straight red. I'm straight red.
You're cherry. I'm blueberry.
You're
damn straight. I'm cherry.
Wait, you're cherry?
Lanic.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
red.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
Mega.
cherry. seen mine?
Oh yeah.
Strawberry.
Mega's
He's
yellow, so
blueberry.
he's banana. For our Majins.
He's
And
not
then-
yellow. He's cyan.
No, for the Majins.
He's
No,
cyan?
you're thinking of our
yeah.
Frieza races. The Frieza race is the blue one. Meta's Frieza race is blue.
I'm black and red.
I'm-
It's my
okay,
freezer race.
okay.
I'm Arctic.
Meta is
Okay,
Meta's
I'm
blueberry.
thinking green.
Okay, whenever it comes to Xenoverse, let me just scratch this. Ow, my fucking eye. Okay, whenever it comes to Frieza races, Meta's blueberry, I'm pistachio, and Lanic is strawberry, and CJ is
What was I?
you were ash. What was it called? You were ash
Wait,
cherry.
are we talking about freezer or Majin?
Frieza race.
Frieza.
Oh,
Because
I was
aren't you black and red?
So, I was
So
straight,
you're-
like,
so
I was
you're
a dark
at-
cherry.
Yeah, you're dark cherry.
I was
And
like
then
black
when
cherry,
it
whatever
came
it's
to
called.
Majins, Meta's a yellow, he's a banana. I'm the blueberry. Lanic, you are what color Majin do you have?
Blue.
Okay, we're sisters, I guess. Then fucking CJ's Majin is cherry red.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So you're just cherry and dark
And then
cherry. I'm blue and pistachio.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah.
the thing I like most about my characters is I've made a Namekian called Pickle, which is supposed to be a play off of Piccolo.
He's Pickle
He's
Dick!
literally just Piccolo. I don't know why I want to be here anymore.
I almost
Camera turns off, I'm
just so
kicking
you-
your ass.
Fuck you. Also, almost for the camera, I almost want to change on camera to fucking show off my fucking Xenoverse character, but I'm almost like, I don't want anything to appear. That's what
I don't have my
Don't go
Xenoverse
off stage.
character.
Oh yeah, just go off stage. You're right.
Go
I
off
wish
stage.
I
Here,
did.
I'm gonna BRB. I'm gonna go fucking. I'm gonna transform into my fucking Xenoverse character real fast.
If we're doing this, I'm gonna do this shit too. I'll beat your fucking.
Fuck you.
Oh my
I'll
lordy.
beat your ass on God. Ow!
So, if you tell who has the money for avatars and who doesn't, yeah, we're on this couch for a reason. He
All
can
right.
make his own.
All right.
He can't.
Here is my Frieza race. He is really shiny.
But I'm the only one without
He
VR.
is.
He is
so-
really shiny. I'm probably gonna have to get closer to show this off. God damn, my bloom is
Yeah.
shiny. But yeah, this is my Frieza race. This is Cryo. I actually have my
I just
powers and
was
stuff.
blind.
I actually have my
I feel
death
like I'd
ball.
be blind if I looked at you.
You would be. I have my death ball. I also have his super form.
Hey, I hate
Can't play the music for too long. I cannot play the music for too long. But that is the old Bruce Faulkner score for the Ginyu Force. Wow, I am fucking blue. I can literally. Okay, in the darkness I look fine. Hello from the side of the screen. I'm not bright and shiny over here.
Yeah, everything, everything for me
Nice.
is like how a room normally would be.
Okay, I'm going to switch back.
You guys see everything super bright. I don't know what they see, and it's amazing.
I had to do it. I have to do it for
I
a
have to
second.
imagine. Right. And also, in Xenoverse 2, this guy is one of the few people that gives me a challenge by accident.
It's only whenever I'm not
You are
trying
the
to.
one top person at the moment.
It-
That's
It
me.
works. It works like once every week, and he
If you
never
want to
let
see
that go.
the funniest shit is that me and Lanik are the two tops right now. Right now, me being top only because he's out of commission and we haven't built a fight yet. Oh shit, my thing activated.
Yep. That's great.
I mean, if I had a computer, I'd be able to. Actually, I think I'd probably record it just to show, which one of us, which between me and Notorious are better.
All right, I'm back.
Now.
Z Fighters.
All right, back in
business.
business.
I'm already up.
I understand. I understand.
Anyway.
Straight bully him.
Yeah,
I bullied Halo with Gogeta, the new Gogeta DLC, and holy shit was it fun. He picked, I think he picked Broly.
I went with the Broly. You
like,
picked Vegeta. Gogeta.
But that like was one of the funnest fights I've ever had.
Excuse me for the cough.
Until people start. Yeah, it's fine. I've been coughing too today.
Do y'all have anything new? Like any other new games? Anything new? Any other trailers?
How about, have you seen the Harry Potter trailer?
Honestly, I want to check the.
The
the new Harry Potter MMO and the new. Oh my God, you guys! We know. Oh,
there's a new movie.
There's a new movie. Oh God.
There is a new movie.
No, I'm talking about the game. There's a new game coming out for Harry Potter, and it's basically an MMO at Hogwarts, but from a similar company. There's James Cameron's Avatar, the game MMO coming out new. Like like a new one. You're gonna be going across the fucking planet of Pandora. All three of us motherfuckers, I can already see it right now. The three of us going to go get our fucking banshees, the fucking dragons, and being like, it has to kill you. It has to try and kill you.
Yeah, the funny thing is, he and I are both actually native and shit, and it's
I got 8% in me.
Cool.
Hey, we're not talking about last night, dog. You walked right into that one. I'm fucking with you, dog. I'm fucking with you.
That is a good
Oh, he was walking off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're probably gonna see you for the rest of this.
Okay, now that we're off the serious shit.
Come back to the couch.
I am looking heavily forward to James Cameron's Avatar, the game. That is going to be so fun. I love Pandora. I loved playing it on my Xbox 360, where you got to make a choice of being on the human side or being on the Na'vi side, where you get to be the blue aliens or those stuff. I always pick the alien side just for the sheer fact of I like the creatures a lot more than I like machinery. And it was pretty fun. It was a good thing to actually think about. Speaking of which, I hope that the new Hogwarts games has a thing for... I'm very sure it's going to make you pick what home you get thrown into instead of getting randomly assigned.
Just randomize you.
I guess. What I wouldn't be surprised would
it might put you like through a test.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I wouldn't be surprised if they did the Pottermore test where you fucking give all these things of like, what would you do in this situation? What's your favorite type of animal, pet, etc. Please don't punch me. I saw you walking over to me with a full fist. I'm fucking with you.
I was thinking about it, but no.
Okay, get it out. Hey. Come on, I'm a Mechanicus. I can take it.
I'm gonna get thrown under the chair again.
Oh no.
Well, we're gonna...
This one over there. Oh, fuck, it did it again!
Just fucking...
The chair has weird...
It has a collider. We know.
Weird, yeah.
Oh yeah, Lanik, feel free to grab the pot of greed. You can handle it. It's touchable and it's actually global now.
God, I...
Sit down, I got it.
It's actually... it's no longer local.
We are still currently working on this world, but it's coming along nicely thanks to Jeta.
It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks to this guy,
What?
my hand's stuck. Thanks to
Whatever
this
you
guy,
do not hit a microphone with it. Do not hit a
Do
microphone
not
with
hit
it.
any of the
Do not hit a
microphones.
microphone with it. That one.
This one specifically has a thing where if it collides, it just freezes whoever's holding it.
It killed me.
That's
It was
not
my
bad. That's
curiosity
honestly
killed the
really
cat
funny.
Moment.
That's honestly really funny.
Hold on.
Don't.
'Cause I
Okay.
put
Okay, so hold on.
Okay.
We're testing
Face
if they
down.
have the quest you
The
do.
cup.
Do I
You
need
have to have the cup in it.
decimate
Face
the
down. Face
pot
down.
of green now?
No. You don't.
Touch it.
I saw that. I saw you get fucky with it. Oh god. Yeah. Go sit down. Go sit down, go boy. Go sit down. Go sit down, or else I'm gonna grab your fucking tail. Go.
Do I need to
Not again,
decimate the
bro.
pot of green?
Just grab
Yo,
it.
you got his tail last night. What are you talking about?
Nah, man, that was you. That's where the 8% native came from. Oh god.
Well, I mean, some circumstances that happened during the past few days.
Oh god.
Oh, maybe you might know where the 8% came from.
Anyway,
Alright,
yeah,
well,
just dip your that's your
um,
cigarette tray. But anybody else have anything else? Anything else we can think of? Because we got the Harry Potter trailer. We have the James Cameron's Avatar, the game MMO coming out. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Breaker? Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, during World
Breakers.
Breakers.
What about the new Ghostbusters game?
No fucking way.
What?
There is no one?
Is it
They're
gonna be
not making a new one.
Is it
are
gonna
they?
be the chick Ghostbusters or the kid Ghostbusters? Because I might be okay if it's the kid ones. Because I used to play the old
I
PS2
think
and
it's
Xbox
based
one.
on the original Ghostbusters.
Huh?
Oh, that's great.
I might be down for
I'm
that.
not gonna lie, I loved the old
hear
Ghostbusters.
that it's
So
just
that's
a-
really
it's a-
classic for me.
Yeah, it's a reboot of one of the old games.
But yeah, Lanik, by new games,
They're
we're thinking
they're
of anything
remaking
within the
one of the
past
old
5
games.
years. So if you have
I just thought of
anything
something. It's
you've
not a new
played,
game, but it is new.
Hmm.
And this is on Netflix. There is season 4 of Stranger Things finally coming out, and I'm fucking excited.
that's nice. Whenever we get the chance, we need to. I despise Apple, but I'm actually gonna get an Apple TV free trial just to watch this. We need to watch that dinosaur documentary that comes out where it's like as accurate as everything is up to date now. It's gonna be like a prehistoric planet, like those old ass fucking like documentaries with the dinosaurs and stuff. Give me that. You and your fucking mug. It's a mug moment.
Alright,
I'm gonna need this after you.
You will. But ow.
Alright.
Anyways, okay, so
I had to.
we're also gonna
Anyway.
have to watch there's some new TV shows coming out as well. We'll get to that in our TV show section whenever we get to that episode.
yeah.
However, anything within the past 5 years you can remember, Lanik? Within the past 5 years, anything you've played that came out somewhat recently? Just, I will say, honestly, yeah. Oh, games that got canceled. I missed the game.
What?
Does anybody remember
PT?
I miss PT as well. Does anybody remember Project
We all
White?
do.
Or
I've never heard of it.
or as it was by Project White was known under this mantra. It was made by a group called the Outsiders. Yes, I know, get it out. But Project White,
I don't know why that made me laugh.
Project White, it was that one.
Stop saying the name.
Okay, so that game.
Sit down.
You remember the fucking thing about Beowulf and Grendel? Lanik?
Yeah.
It's basically where you get to play from the point of view of Grendel. Of there's another species of creature that is on equal intelligence to humans, slightly, but because you're seen as monsters, these Vikings and Nords attack your people and hunt you for sport. So you start off as a baby, you grow up, and you slowly become stronger. You get fucking big, glidable fucking wing arm talons on your fucking shoulder, and he dropped it.
Well,
and then you'll have like all these different.
new one.
You'll have
Thank you.
all these different things. You have all these different things
I'm gonna
through
hate you with
getting them from battle and stuff. And that's a game that got canceled because they went to different companies. And I was like, oh, man.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
That makes sense.
another
That means
game
a
that
lot.
was almost canceled, Kerbal Space Program 2. I don't remember what the fuck happened. Every video I look up on it of KSP canceled comes up with new shit, like they tried to bury all that stuff in YouTube under new algorithm stuff. So I can no longer find what the hell type of controversy. I think a company got bought and swapped over and swapped back.
Yeah.
And Kerbal Space Program
like that.
didn't get the chance to... it got delayed for a very long time, but then they moved that delay back to 2022. I'm like... And then 2023, and then I'm like, oh shit, okay, I guess it's not canceled. But a lot of the stuff with the gaming industry at the time made me think, looks like Kerbal Space Program just got sacked hard. And honestly, I love Kerbal Space Program, so I'm looking forward to actually getting to play Kerbal Space Program 2. Especially if I have these schmucks behind me when we can do the fucking when we can do the gameplay style of one of us playing and then we have commentary. We're gonna make a dick rocket, send it to the moon. I'm pissing on the moon.
I'm pissing on the moon.
Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch ass motherfucker.
You know what?
That's another thing I want a fan dub a
Oh,
Sonic
yeah!
game. That'd be just hilarious.
Don't even get me started.
Sonic
I've been
Mania is
loving Sonic Mania. It brought me back to my childhood of playing the old Sega Genesis with my brother and all of them.
Recently,
I
we
still have
watched
those old classic games.
I wasn't such a fan of Sonic Forces, however, because it felt like it dropped the ball in a lot of places.
Not everyone did.
Yeah, that game for me didn't. I only watched videos on it. I didn't want to experience it
I
myself.
beat
Yeah,
Sonic
exactly.
Forces in 40 minutes.
Really?
40 minutes.
The only thing I like
God,
with
I can't
Sonic
believe
was
that. I
Dead
can't believe it.
ass.
songs.
I am dead ass.
You-
I was playing it normally too. I was doing speedrunning 40 minutes. I beat Infinite in 2 minutes. The final boss I beat in 2 minutes.
So you just like the music, Jado?
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, which is the funny part to me, which most Sonic games nowadays.
All types
even
of
if
Sonic
they
games
have
have bopping
music.
soundtracks. I love endless possibilities and fucking
Yeah.
Sonic colors.
Sonic R is a bopping soundtrack.
Even if it's a bad
Can
Sonic
you
game,
feel
they
the
still got a great
sunshine? Does it
soundtrack.
brighten
I
up
will
your day?
Sock you. Shut
Hold
up.
on.
I'm gonna go into
Hold on,
Tails
hold on,
Doll for you
question,
one of these
question.
days.
We're
Guys,
gonna get
I
Louis
have-
stop pay though.
Hold on.
We're
I
gonna
have
get
one
I will
copyrighted
sock
if
you with the mud.
Sing the songs.
I have one question. When did Sonic Unleashed come out?
2012,
PS3
2010?
era.
Like
That was
more than
PS3 era.
2012,
Okay, so like
2010?
more than 5 years ago.
Yeah, more than 5 years. To me, that's
It was
when
like
Sonic became-
2012, 2010.
Yeah.
That's when
For me, that
they
felt like
go
so
in the
not that
beginning.
long ago.
Dude, it feels like so long ago.
Feel like
Dude,
that long
I
ago.
was living in my current house whenever that game came out. And then I moved down to my where my parents lived for a while there, and then I moved back whenever I turned 18 to 19ish.
I remember
my-
when you moved there again. That was funny.
You and me
Yeah,
were
we
not.
really gotta move
You,
back.
I will say you and me weren't friends whenever I lived in this house the first time, but whenever I lived at my parents' place
we
is when
were.
we met, and then I moved out, and now here.
I've known you fuckers for what, almost a year now?
Almost a year. I've known Lanik for
not a year.
5, 6,
Yep.
Mhm.
5 or 6.
Jada.
2017.
In
I've
one
known-
year.
You, Jado, and Meta, and partially Popo, I've known y'all motherfuckers since 2017. Is whenever it sparked
that-
and we all met. We all met through the Ugandan Knuckles
Yeah.
craze of VR chat.
Man.
Yeah, by like the dead end because like 2 months after we met Halo, it died.
Yep.
No, I knew you
Back when I
before.
was sounding like
I knew you
models.
before, but we didn't really click on.
We didn't click
the
until
second
I
time I
started
met
hanging out more in Shark server. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Hold
saw
on.
you first, and I was like, I wonder who that Halo guy is.
All
And then
right,
he
that's
dropped me
it.
for
First
D&D, and I was like,
impressions.
ah!
All right, that's it. First impressions, funniest moments.
I'm gonna leave before you fucking just.
I'm gonna hurt y'all. Okay, so first off, Jado. Me and Mega, we clicked off and it wasn't really that bad. It was a thing of Mega was hanging out as a Kana avatar. I handed him ketchup as a Sans. I said, "Here you go, kiddo. Thanks." Fucking just deep ass voice. Thanks. Fucking grabbed the ketchup and I was like, "Oh shit, it's a dude." And it was just a big fucking meme. And then after me and him hit it off, Jada would constantly fucking join off us. And we thought he was like, we were like, oh no, not this guy again. Like, I don't know what about him made me not like him at first, but then it like slowly, it started to warm up to us. We were like, not this guy again. He's like, hey guys.
Your demise.
And I guess the fact of
He's sitting there plotting your demise.
and I guess the fact of me and Mega,
thing.
and I guess the fact of me and Meta being both nice people to where we didn't want to like let him down easy or like be mean or nothing. So we acted friendly. That acting eventually just turned into normal, actually just being friendly with him. And then we became actual good friends once we started talking about like, oh, he's actually into a lot of cool stuff. Normally, which kind of sucks, and honestly, I am a problem with this. Not judging books by their covers. I judge Jado by
Is that partially what mine is?
I
that
judge. Yes, I will get to you. I judge Jado by his speech impediment, and for that I am sorry. But I wouldn't have such a good friend. I wouldn't have such the good friend I was, and I know that's a thing that you have
unique.
That's a thing you have to deal with a lot, and I'm sorry that I was one of the reasons. But we also became really good friends after.
After the first week, I can deal with it. It's
and then
a thing I've
Atlantic
actually like
was hanging out as fucking Asriel. So I just kept making the joke of I fucked your mom, shit lips, as a fucking Sans, because I was a major fucking Tumblr fucker of the fucking whole thing of Sans editorial, which I found hilarious. So I would keep doing the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then I started hanging out with his friend groups and stuff. We started taking pictures together and just having a really fun time, just all types of different situations. This is back when we didn't have hands, mind you. So we just kind of made up our own fun as we went ahead. We played all those shooting games on VR chat, stealing gold.
Oh, those are things.
Oh, those were the fucking days. And then CJ, whenever I first met him, I was like, damn, Shark has some really loud friends. No, it's just him.
Ow!
You were really loud and annoying. I had to mute you like twice. You were like disappointment back in the day. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna unmute him. You know what? This guy's actually cool when he's calm. I didn't realize it was not a character you put up, but during certain situations you put on more energy. And I just never caught you at a time where you were low energy and we could just chill talk instead of it being a just you. Exactly. Sorry if I peaked the mic, everyone. That's on me. But y'all, I'm very sure a lot of people in the fucking comments have had similar situations of either disliking somebody at first and then getting to know them, or it being a thing of it sparked instantly and then it was like, hey, it's cool. Sometimes shit just happens.
So what was it after you actually unmuted me? I want to know this.
After I unmuted, it was whenever whenever Shark, you and me wanted to do the fuck bubbles thing with the King Kai joke, where I ran around as King Kai of, I'm the King Kai. Oh, fuck bubbles. If you want to get stronger, you have to fuck the monkey. You don't have to fight the monkey. You have to catch the monkey. You have to fuck the monkey. So then we had this shitty we had a Rajang imp avatar as the fucking bubbles, and she looked very sexually suggestive, which was hilarious. So it was the thing of, fuck you, I'm not fucking the monkey. And he's like, you know what, maybe I'll think about it. Once it was the hot one, he's like, I'll think about it. I was like, to get stronger, to learn the cow can, you have to fuck the monkey. And then
10 minutes later, I closed the internet for 2 hours.
And that is just an inside joke I will fill y'all in on a long time.
Oi, Josuke,
Nice.
Then he fucking killed me with a Crasher avatar that wasn't his, mind you. We found a random The Hand avatar from JoJo, and he swiped me with it. No, it was me that found it. I was the one that was playing with it. I found it first, and we were swiping each other like just messing with each other. Little did we know, we were just stupid children playing with Nerf guns. It turns out that these Nerf guns were actual fucking magnums. Because you don't know how many times I did the swipe thing to do the attack for just playing with him. And then he swipes me once. It hits my descriptor for my fucking camera, and my internet and my computer go out for 2 fucking hours. At first, I was laughing because I thought it was just a crasher of oh my god, this motherfucker got me. Oh god damn it. And then I was like, dude, and then suddenly I had the realization, oh shit, my shit's not coming back. Dude, get the fuck out of that avatar. That's not safe. That's a fucking weapon.
I was so close to hitting shark with it. Too when you said that. I was in the posture to do it, and I got the message, and I was like, oh.
I was like, CJ, no, don't hit anybody else with that. You actually crashed me and knocked out my internet. I was like,
we were swiping each other's heads.
We were fucking around and it didn't do nothing.
My arm and he fucking died. It's the one time I fully extend my arm is when it got him.
It was what we were doing. It was the equivalent of we both had airsoft pistols and going pew pew pew, just faking shooting at each other. And then this motherfucker pulls the trigger one time and I die. That's the equivalent of what happened.
It's like a painted Nerf gun. You pull it out, you chuck it back and shoot. And he's like, wait, he's dead.
God.
You know what? I'd actually like to see my first impressions on you three.
Feel free.
Go for it.
All right. Okay, so with Halo,
go by who you met first. Yeah.
With Halo, I met him when he was a Sans, and this is before he was a joke because he fucked my mom. He was making an avatar. And Sans,
oh yeah, I was just standing in the middle of Pauper Snowden, old Pauper Snowden. I was just standing in the middle of it, just hanging out. A lot of Toriels, a lot of Papyruses. Everybody would come up to me and just hang out, want me to do my Sans voice, and then I hear one Azrael come up to me. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, kiddo?" Fucking just went full Charlie, full critical moment.
I think I was the only Azrael in that instance.
That was back when we would only have the Zarnawoop avatars.
Yeah, oh my god.
Old Zarnawoop.
So that shit was awesome. That shit was awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. I had so much fun meeting Zarnawoop.
And then how'd you meet Jado?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, obviously with us.
And then
when I first got into Undertale, I did more Frisk than anything, and then I changed to Kara.
I can understand.
I went the same.
That makes sense.
When you're young and full of life, Frisk. When you want to kill people, Kara. Whenever you become a depressed adult, Sans. That's how it is, dude. I was the same way.
Yeah. So when I first met Jado, at first I kind of thought he was annoying, but then I quickly grew to him. I was actually. I accepted him way faster than they did because, by the second week, I was already I was hanging out with him.
Hey,
then again, this was before. Oh yeah, wasn't that before you even knew you had autism at the time?
That was before I found I had autism.
Oh fuck! So you can't even pull the thing of you were fucked up as well. Oh no!
I didn't know.
Wow, you were really accepting of Jado.
By the way, this guy is a cunt.
Oh, what can I say?
He's my best friend, though.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah. Don't worry. I found someone on par with me.
But so this guy, he
You pointed at me, you dickhead.
This guy here, he found out he joked around I had autism before I actually was diagnosed. Literally the day before I was diagnosed.
I'm not gonna say it was full-heartedly painful jokes. I'm just going to say I would say he would have stupid moments, which I insensitively say as, bro, that was so autistic.
I had to turn around.
And then imagine the look on my face when he told me I was right.
Yeah.
That is what got me. Yeah. You fucking had the last laugh by the sheer fact of saying I was right and I was dumbfounded and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
The funniest thing was he was silent for like half an hour before he spoke.
I did. Again. I was like, how do I deal with this? And then here I realize, I am too.
Are you actually?
Yes.
Are you diagnosed?
Let's just say I have everything for it. I might not be officially diagnosed because it's hard, because it is hard to diagnose it whenever you're over a certain age. But from what I've heard from my sister and what happened with my dad, apparently it runs. So that might be a thing my family actually has.
If we're going off of the three of us, we have so many stories.
And then again, we're also like fucking stand users because apparently us autistic people fucking attract to each other. That's why I attract so much to these motherfuckers, specifically Lanik. He is my number. Yeah, you are my number one best friend. Mega's my second, and then CJ and Jato are on the exact same par. And then it goes to Popo and James. And Star is Star is actually on par with you, CJ.
I am.
Yeah.
It's just a thing of how I met y'all. Also, Shark's also on that tier because I met a lot of them later, or they started interacting with me later. So it's a thing of I love all my friends very much equally, but it's a thing of
1 year.
Yeah.
But I have so many stories with all three you fuckers.
A year can be a lot of time if you're around the right people.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Actually, when I first met Artorias,
I brought him over from the Shark group real fast.
Yeah.
Really loud and obnoxious?
No, actually,
damn.
He was very chill at that moment.
Oh, it was during a chill moment.
I saw myself in him. And
then you put a little bit of yourself in him.
Similar. He and I act very similar, yeah. It is weird. Because I have never been able to pinpoint someone's emotions so easily until I met this guy.
What?
When it comes like your emotions for me now are super easy to pinpoint.
I will say, whenever it was just me, Lanik, and Popo, life was starting to get really boring because I'm not gonna say it's bad to be around the same people. It's just that we didn't have anything new because we constantly just agreed. You were basically the new added salt to the fucking dish, so to speak. Quite literally.
You were the pepper. You were the pepper.
Oh, don't get me started on stuff like that.
How was it to meet me? How was it to meet me?
When I first met you, it depends. Are you talking about Lanik or me?
Both of y'all. All three of y'all, actually.
Okay. So
I would just like a view of character.
I first actually met you during, I think, DM, when you first DM'd. In Fendelver was like one of the first times I've actually like fully gotten to see you. Because like there was a time in like VR chat where I saw you for like a good 5 minutes and that was it.
Whenever we were hanging out with Shark and stuff, VR. And that was Shark was the bridge for us between you and me.
Yeah,
exactly. And then so it's like the funny thing is that a lot of stuff started going down in the one Discord server, so I hopped. And then I met these three. He pulled me in, and I met these motherfuckers.
Yeah, and
because I have the mindset of if you click with me well, you're probably gonna click with my friends. Unlike Lanik, who has a weird fucking setup. Lanik has a weird setup of he can have two completely different types of friend groups. Like the people he hangs out with are fucking weird.
The thing that caught me off guard so like
compared to
much
us.
is that how much Lanik, because like Lanik sees a lot of himself in me, and I can see the opposite. I can see a lot of me in him.
I see a lot of a
that's how
younger
we
me
clicked.
in you. Similarly.
In what way? I'm
With how
scared.
loud we are, what views we hold, a lot of the stuff we see on relationships, shit like
I
that.
have grown as a person within this last year. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna put any detail into that. You know who you are.
I have
Anyway,
helped.
Is it because of your current girlfriend?
Probably not current.
it's a
It's a mixed bag. It's a group of stuff.
it's the same. Well, I mean, it's the same.
I thought she was helping
Get
him
off the
grow.
topic anyway.
Off the topic, Jado.
Okay.
So,
Off that.
when I
We're
first
not
met
going to there.
Halo,
Halo.
when he fully like pulled me into his server with Shark doing D&D shit.
I was
So
like,
that is when I first made.
I was
That's
like,
first when I
hey.
made my character Artorias,
Mm.
and that is what has grown into basically our bridging a friendship. Because we clicked over JoJo at first, was our first thing. And if I
JoJo,
showed you my stand
DMing.
that I've been working up on through the entire like D&D, you could see how much of a difference it made. Because at first it was just straight Purple Haze. If you know Purple Haze, you know what I mean.
Just
And
wait.
then me and Halo sat there for like a
Yeah.
few hours and went down the list and was like, what if I did this? And I gave
We
him ideas.
homebrewed
And he
it
was
to
like, that
shit.
actually is really fucking
We
cool.
homebrewed it to shit
Did.
with the overseeing of the DM to make sure it wasn't overpowered for me. I will say, just y'all
Exactly.
wait until we actually get to the D&D stories. That's gonna be a
Yeah, we're actually
fun
gonna
episode.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you my recent
Oh my
no,
God, we're
I'm
not gonna
kidding.
stop.
Oh,
We're not gonna
God.
stop. But yeah,
Me
no,
sitting over here doing 150 damage to the boss character you just threw at me.
Hell,
you did the
actually,
most damage on
speaking
literally
of-
anybody there.
you know what? Speaking of new games, me, CJ, and Lanik. Well, because we recently watched the Sonic the Hedgehog movie and Sonic 2, feel free to go watch it. It's a fun movie. Me, CJ,
great, definitely
and
worth.
Lanik, we may be trying to do a Mobius style
Sonic
D&D.
D&D.
I'm gonna be part of the Echidna clan
Oh, we
because do you know the way?
yes.
And then we have
you.
we have CJ right here, who's
be
probably going to be the speedster of us, kind of like the Sonic of us, but we're
Speedster,
gonna try
the
not
chaos.
to.
Sonic.
We're gonna try not to keep
Sonic,
it on
yeah.
one character. We're gonna kind of enact it like the Archie comics, and then we have Lanik,
Yeah.
who is going to be the
Genius Fox.
Amy.
Genius Fox. Oh, you what?
I hate
I'm
Amy in the
going
middle of
to
that.
fucking kill you.
Oh, damn it! You know that just reminds me. That just reminds me of the pregnancy test thing.
You're not
That just
safe.
that just reminds me of the pregnancy test meme of. Hey, I found this old pregnancy test. Ow! What the fuck? I am not gonna let this happen. Just Knuckles punching Amy in the
I
stomach.
sent him that video.
Oh god.
Video and
Y'all motherfuckers send me some of the
Called
funniest
me.
stuff, but I send it send it back, so I fully expect it.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually he asked me to get him to call after that. And he was just laughing so
All right,
fucking
boys.
hard.
Boys, I have a
Okay,
question.
if we're going on the stories,
I have a question because we are reaching our final piece. Any final stories? Feel free to get them out. We have 25 minutes.
one.
Oh shit.
So this is going to be, since we're on the topic of D&D, I do have a very funny D&D story, which is my first session actually in his D&D of Fendelver, or is it Fendelin? Either or.
It was Fandover. It was that starter pack
so-
that comes with the little
I just
D&D
realized
pack.
something.
Huh. What?
Why are you looking at me laughing?
What are you doing?
You remember when you made this? I fuck your mom shit lip jokes. That's exactly my first joke.
Yeah, that's what I said because the fucking you fucked his rabbit mom. Like there were rabbit people.
I fucked his
There were
mom.
rabbit people, and he was a rabbit person. Lanik was a rabbit person, and CJ ran into his mother and had a one-night stand.
Woo! No, I'm kidding.
Man, a lot of your
I
friends
fucked
have.
nobility.
Damn,
I got
Lanik.
captured for it.
Lanik, that's a running
you
joke
said that
amongst
was
a
an
lot of your
official.
friends. A lot of your friends have fucked your moms.
Not even like.
Like, I'm not even like. Come on.
That's blood.
It's
Me and
blood.
Halo and I
It was
fucked your mom
mega.
club.
It was fucking
Give me.
me.
Come on. Give me a high five. Come on. Get the
Yes.
fuck up. Come on. We gotta do this now.
Okay.
No. You gotta get up.
Okay, come on.
All right.
Gotta get in front. Come here.
I fucked your mom.
Fucking God.
I know what I'm gonna do this
In my first session, my basic whole backstory was I fucked nobility, and the king wanted me dead for it.
He
And so
fucked,
I
he
was
fucked
captured
a
by
king's
thing of
wife.
orcs, AKA. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God, wasn't it
No, but
just
I
wasn't it
fucked-
just a D&D with me, Lanik, Popo, and Shark? And then we were like, you know
Yes.
what? Yeah, Shark told me about you having a D&D group that hasn't done anything and stuff. So I was like, you know what? He seems like a fun guy. Let's get him in here. Like he seems like he has high enough energy to
And-
play D&D with us. And then
Next thing you know. But the funniest shit ever is that I swapped so bad. Like, in the beginning, I went from a shadow type to actually having character development throughout the story.
he was
which
very.
like,
He went
Let
from
me-
very much in the
let
background
me
to
tell you
very
this.
much forefront.
Yeah, let me tell
you
you
will
this
get
one thing
all
about
of
him.
that detail in the story.
Yeah.
Go
I'd like
on.
one
Go
thing
on.
to
Yeah,
say,
you can
though.
finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the first memory I have of him in D&D of Notorious here is
Sorry,
Fuck
headset.
his mom.
him. Other than that is the first session, our first encounter. He made an orc smoothie.
I forgot about him.
Steel Commander.
He turned the orcs into a viscera. Literally blended them with a move.
Basically, so the way
Yo.
my stand works is it puts out
Oh, yeah.
mist
Uh,
that I can see.
little
through.
disclaimer for anybody wondering what the fuck we're talking about. Homebrew D&D, we found a stand user class, and it's actually fairly balanced depending on the stands you allow to be played.
I
He
was using a
chose-
fighter class with sand.
He chose a fighter class and got the purple haze, which we slowly transformed into
In the Steel Commander.
Steel Commander,
Yeah.
Red Mist. Based off of Pyramid
Yeah,
Head from Silent Hill 2.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Yeah,
And I'll
I've
tell
had
you
the-
what,
some
that
of
boy
my-
can clean town.
some of my best memories in this past year has been from D&D. Actually, I think D&D does belong on this because in the campaign is just it's
New
different.
games. Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
guess
Technically,
again, so-
yes. But
Technically, we will have an entire thing for D&D.
we will have a
but-
thing specifically for
funniest
D&D.
thing-
But I think we should only use new games whenever we're informing of new D&Ds we have planned, not current stuff that is
But
going on.
to finish
Such as
my
the,
story in my first
the
session,
Avatar one.
so
Yeah.
basically what was happening was I was in a cage, there were orcs, and these motherfuckers rolled up in a carriage
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
was
I
like
thought-
killing them. And
Mhm.
they had a pig that had a stand too that had like miniature soldiers, and they fucking shot me.
They shot him because
I
they tried to
remember that.
shoot the fucking cage, not realizing like, oh, bars!
Mhm.
Went right through the fucking frame and shot him in the shoulder. He was like, I'm already a prisoner, what the fuck?
What did I do? Yeah. And
What
then
did I do to
finally
you?
got
You're not an
out,
orc.
And at that point, I was so pissed. Is where the smoothie thing
He
comes from.
pulled
The
a
pig ate
Jotaro.
all their armor.
He pulled a Jotaro,
The
opened
piggy
the
over
fucking
armor.
cage.
I opened the cage with my stand, said "fuck it," and I rolled up to all the orcs that were in a hole, and I misted the entire thing and turned them into a smoothie. And everyone had to make an Arcana check just to see what the fuck I was doing.
Oh yeah, for the stands, you have to make Arcana checks to see if you can see the spirits. That's just the thing for D&D
And
stuff.
let me tell you how much Simon shat himself, which is Lennox's character. He shat himself when he saw
Simon the
that.
rabbit person was Lannick's character. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He shat himself when he saw me do that. He was sitting there, and I killed the entire band of orcs in seconds. And he's sitting there like, "You did that?"
Yeah, and then not too long after that, literally 2 sessions later, I think. I almost died.
Good times.
Wait, from what? I remember.
I've almost killed y'all motherfuckers a million times. Yo, you gotta be more specific.
I'm okay. Let me just say this. My luck is really bad with dice rolls. I have nearly died so many times. I actually have come the closest to dying.
I will say, not to
That
jack
is
my
not
own
true.
dick, but out of our entire friend group, I'm the first one to ever finish a campaign. That was an
The
achievement
last
for me.
session, the literal yesterday last session, I almost fucking died because of a twirl.
Yep.
9 HP.
That's gonna be a fun
9
moment.
HP.
It's gonna be a
One of
fun
us.
day whenever we get our D&D episode and we start talking about all of the shit. Just okay, we're just gonna fill you in on exactly what happened. That will be animatable. I will just say this now. That will be an episode that's animatable with just us talking back and forth about what the fuck our characters do.
The Fendo with D&D is literally our whole fucking anime at this point, the way we do that shit. We literally have an intro we found by accident.
Yeah, we're actually wanting to get that animated, but money.
We currently don't know of many artists.
We don't know many artists that are able to do animations.
It'll be funny as fuck if we actually fucking end up doing that Patreon and actually getting the fucking putting a little aside for an artist. That'd be pretty sick. But that is way fucking in the future. We're not gonna be anywhere near that. We don't even have anywhere near the amount of fucking subscribers. We gotta get those numbers up. So feel free to check this out. Fucking send it to your friends and have fun.
Like, subscribe, and hit the bell.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know.
Also gonna plug CJ's stuff in the description down
I
below.
have to start uploading again. I had to start uploading, and I haven't done that in a bit. I have Overwatch stuff on my channel. I have an old thumbnail I want to show you guys. Actually, it's really
That's gonna
fucking
be funny.
hilarious because I used to add.
Oh yeah,
What I
another
used
one.
to do with my stuff.
Sorry. Continue. I have one more topic.
So, in most of my videos I add memes throughout the video, or at least I try to.
Yeah.
And there was this one time I was playing as Diva versus Wrecking Ball in a 3v3 match, and I got a thumbnail. I was out of the mech. In Diva, I was like the squishy Diva because I was out of the mech, and Wrecking Ball grappled onto something, and he was full force about to hurl into me. And I stopped, I freeze framed it, put "We'll be right back," and I ended the video right fucking there.
That's great. Me and Lannick also have some times in Overwatch. Good game, bad company.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, good game, bad company.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was the best one in the group at Overwatch for a long time.
Fuck you, Farah.
Which hurts me to say.
Farah?
Fuck you, Reaper.
I was a good
I
Reaper.
was a Reaper main.
Hey, my man. But okay, I was a Reaper. I was a Reaper in Reinhardt specifically.
How do you do this?
Justice, glory, Reinhardt. Cause I could do the voices.
Technology.
Top of the line job in engineering.
Top of the line drone
I
engineering.
used to voice while I was on there to get more into the character when I was playing with these schmucks, because it would get so much more fun. Another one, Doomfist. I really enjoy Doomfist.
I stop.
All the same.
Stop, bro.
Do you guys
Doomfish just for the whole
Doomfish?
power meme.
I played as Doomfish. That's the skin I
I
had.
played as Tuxedo. I
I have that one too.
Doomfist.
I enjoyed him.
And I got into Doomfist because of the whole like power meme surrounded by him, and I actually got really well into Doomfist. Started fucking wrecking people with his punch, and I'd get top game, and I'd put in chat power with like 80 R's just because I got play of the game.
Power! I remember when everyone thought it was going to be Terry Crews.
Funniest thing.
I wish it was Terry Crews.
Yes, Lank?
Yeah, the funniest thing in Overwatch was when me, Halo, and a few of our old friends back in the day, we were all playing Overwatch, and me and one other person were on the team.
Fuck, I want to play Overwatch now.
I kind of do too, but I'm like,
yeah, they were all after me. There was like 5 people after me.
You dickhead.
And I remember that being scary.
I can play.
We were in free-for-all, and we had to make a pact to get you out first. Because you were a pain in the ass to deal with.
That all my friends saw in my Overwatch games, I was a really scary Junkrat.
I was an extremely scary Reaper.
Terrifying.
I was an extremely scary Reaper the way I played.
I picked up Junkrat, and I immediately knew how to, like, bomb jump. Because I was so used to it by then. I'd bomb jump halfway across the map,
me having
shoot someone in the back,
me having years of Team Fortress, me having years of Team Fortress under my belt is exactly how, like Demo Man and Soldier jumping, I learned that for Junkrat and fucking Pharah. Though Pharah was very much against the rocket jumping thing, though you still could.
I was better.
Fuck you.
It's like I want to go on Overwatch just to beat your ass.
I want to check out. I'm wondering about the development hell of Overwatch 2. I know Overwatch only has.
Yes, that's right.
I will say I know Overwatch nowadays only has the porn going for it, which is kind of a shame. That's honestly a shame because it's a really good game. I love all the cinematics that they made. Like, all those fucking cinematics. The fucking Genji, the taming, the dragon. Fucking all of that was so good. And I wish they would have made a good TV series. I'm still calling him McCree, by the way. I don't care. He's always going to be Jesse McCree.
I have a cringy old 4K of Hanzo on my YouTube, and I don't want to talk about it.
Would you believe Mega had one too, but it was of him being a Torbjorn?
Fair enough.
Torbjorn on console.
First he was Torbjorn, and then he was Torbjorn, and then once he started playing with us, he became I forgot who at first. He was a Junkrat main at first.
He was a Junkrat main at first, and then he went to Doomfist.
And then he devolved into Doomfist.
I don't remember what he was much else, but I mainly just remember him being Doomfist. I can't remember, like, before Doomfist what he hung out as originally. I think he was just a floater. Oh yeah. Did Popo ever play Overwatch with us, or was it never Popo that played? Okay, then Mega was Hanzo.
No,
Mega was the old Hanzo.
Yeah, he was.
Mega was the old Hanzo back whenever all those things were fixed up.
I don't know if I'm the only one, but whenever I'd play Doomfist, I put the One Punch Man theme in the background for shits and giggles. Because every character with 200 HP or 250, if I punch fully charged into a wall, they just fucking fall. They fold like an omelet.
Yes.
And it's the funniest shit ever. Because I remember punching a Reinhardt into a wall through his shield, because at the time he was just getting thrown out, so they didn't know that it went through his shield. So I punched through his shield, and a Genji jumped in the way of the Reinhardt, and all you see is the Genji fucking fly out of the skybox.
That's
and I'm
hilarious.
sitting there just like, what the fuck?
Just
by the way, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he went flying.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? And me and the Reinhardt kind of looked at each other for like 2 seconds, like, what the fuck just happened?
All right, CJ, if you could go sit down.
Yeah, sit down, buddy.
All right.
Oh shit! I'm such a dick. I'm sorry.
You what?
Of course, that's how you'll end it. Anyways, boys.
Get that 8% off of me.
This has been the Night Sanctum. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, leave a comment of what you feel about, well, the show in general. And, feel free to give some criticisms, give some fucking support, do something. Check out CJ's stuff in the description down below. And, yeah. We'll see you next time. Say bye, boys.
Catch you later.
It was,
Laters.
I hope that me coming in the middle of the video wasn't, like, weird.
That shouldn't be too bad. People get busy, stuff happens.
8%.
Laters.